There are a variety of food that doesn't need advertisement, yet they sell. One of them is commonly called Garri. In Hausa language, Garri can also be referred to as flour of guinea corn, maize, rice, yam, plantain, and millet. In case you don't know, cassava is the root from which Garri is processed. It is rich in fiber, copper, and magnesium. Garri is similar to farofa of Brazil, used in many food preparations and recipes. Before we continue, this is an example of cooked Garri, known as eba. And here is the whole cassava tubers from which Garri is processed. This is peeled cassava pieces, and this is an already processed Garri flour. Briefly, in case you don't know, to prepare Garri, cassava tubers are peeled, washed, and grated, that is, pieces, or crushed to produce a mash. The mash could be mixed with palm oil and placed in a porous pot, which is then placed in an adjustable press machine for about 1 to 3 hours to remove excess water. Once dried, it is then sieved and fried in a large clay frying pot with or without oil. The resulting dry granular Garri can be stored for a long period of time. The dishes you can get from Garri, one of them is eba. This dish is made by soaking Garri in hot water and then it turned with a wooden stick until it becomes smooth. It serves as part of meal with soup and sauces. Some of the soup include okra soup, egusi soup, vegetable, afang, banga, and bitter leaf soup, among others. Here is an example of eba and the soup beside it. But please, this looks not African. Eating eba, we use the hand. But some people who do not know the tradition and the origin of the food would prefer using cutleries. Kokoro is a Nigerian snack food common in southern and southeastern Nigeria, especially in Abia State, Rivers, Anambra, Enugu, and Imo State. This snack is mixed with Garri and sugar, and it's deep fried. One other dish that can be made with Garri is mixing it with sugar and honey with some other things, including peanuts, granules, which some call floating berries, inside cold water. Also, Garri can be eaten dry with sugar and roasted peanuts. Other ingredients that can be used to eat the Garri includes coconut chunks, tiger nut milk, and cashews. In Liberia, Garri is used to make a dessert called kanya, which is combined with peanuts and honey. In its dry form, over there, Garri is used as an accompaniment for soft cooked beans and palm oil. In Yoruba, smooth Garri, known as lebu, can be mixed with pepper and other spicy ingredients. This type of Garri can be served with fried fish. It is served with frenjon on a Good Friday. On the variations of Garri we have in West Africa, two types of Garri includes white and yellow Garri, some would call it red. Red or yellow Garri is prepared by adding palm oil just before the fermenting stage of the cassava mash. Alternatively, it can be made using a yellow-fleshed breed of cassava. On the other hand, white Garri is fried without palm oil. One variation of white Garri is popularly known as Garri Ijebu or Ijebu Garri. This is produced mainly by the Yoruba people of Ijebu in Nigeria. In Ghana, Garri is classified by taste and grain size. The sweeter types with finer grains are more valued over the others. This picture represents Garri snack, and here are some frying processes with the use of what is called frying pan. Some other people use some form of clay. Now, what makes drinking Garri healthy? 1. If you want to lose some weight, then you should go for Garri. It also eases digestion. It aids diarrhea cure, that is, Garri works for diarrhea. Garri is an energy booster. Controversially, some might not agree, but Garri is good for eyesight. Unlike what everyone knows, or most people know, that Garri causes eye defect. But scientifically proven, Garri is good for eyesight. The side effect of Garri, consuming Garri made from unprocessed cassava, can lead to cyanide poisoning. This is because the cassava plant contains high level of cyanogenic glycosides, which can release cyanide when consumed. Symptoms of cyanide poisoning include headache, nausea, vomiting, and even death in severe cases. Now, if you're asking what is cyanide, in chemistry, a cyanide is a chemical compound that contains a carbon atom triple bonded to the nitrogen atom. In inorganic cyanides, the cyanide group is present as a cyanide anion. This particular anion is extremely poisonous. There are plenty of other food that doesn't need advertisement, yet they sell and save a lot of lives. The next we'll talk about is popularly known as okpa. Thanks for watching.